Thank you for calling the voicemail service for
Colonel Failure.
You have 1. New messages. To listen to your messages, please press 1.
Hey buddy! So first things first, who is Owen? And why have you built a shrine for him? Better question, why have you not built a shrine for me? Anyway, you'll be pleased to hear your fossil museum is exactly how you left it, and I'm loving the cakes on the teacup ride. Probably the best thing you've ever done. Ever. I did adjust the ride though, as the clown at the gate was only letting the ride get half full before going on. Now, you said to take out a loan, so I took out $5,000, which will take us a year to pay off. But that's fine. We can totally do that. I built 2 fantastic rides, which are raking the money in, and I hired security. Speaking of which, I'm gonna have to lay low for a while after trying to push one of the visitors into a river. Apparently there's some kind of law against doing that. But good luck, bestest best friend.
Hey friends, it's me, Colonel Failure, and you're back at Failurewood Hills featuring Stegoland. Well, Stegs has, he's basically gone off the most active-looking rides possible. We'll take a swing over here because the one thing I noticed is that he has not named either of the rides, and therefore he's just left that wide open. But that allows me to get involved, which means get out of the plane is the name of this one, because frankly, what else are you going to call it? I'll leave him to change the colours later on, but he's also found a good way of keeping a good selection of our current park visitors completely trapped in a queue for a really long time, and that's it's just not healthy. This is a far more sensible sized queue. I mean, basically, queuing is part and parcel of going to a theme park, and therefore, you've got to do something with it. But and then the get out of the plane is broken. Plane's broken stuff. Right, so we've got a ton of cash. Stegs left me with his loan inherited, so I let it play for a bit and I paid that off. I then let it run for a bit more and earned a chunk of cash, because that way we shouldn't have to take any more loans. Now, one of the things I want to do is expand the width of this piece of park, but I've had a tinker with that already, and that didn't work because it tries to snap all over the place. So what I'm going to need to do is effectively relay the path. And then possibly even relay the shops as well. But in order to do that, we're going to need to get rid of this, which is fine because I've got a new one. So the bland spinning teapot is out of here. They've gone, which is good. But yes, we're going to have a bit of a reorg here. If we get rid of this lot. No, I'm perplexing the heck out of things. It's trying to put idiots all over the show. That's your ride greeter idiots, minimum wage staff, and not awfully well trained. So yes, so I want to make this path a bit thicker, largely so that people queuing up for the kidney failure have got a bit more space to get that done, but also so that I can put that teacup ride back in, only better. So, what do you think? Delete the path as well? Yeah, let's do that. Right, I don't want to disrupt my guests too heavily, and I'm going to fight this. Just so you know, this is not going to go without some kind of a bit of an argument betwixt me and the system. So we're going to want to fatten this up because I'm going to make this a main thoroughfare, given half a chance. So if we I don't know, go from there maybe. You see, because it just tries to snap. It goes, oh, you want to go over there? No, I don't. Not at the moment. In a minute maybe, yes. But right now, all I want you to do is go in a nice straight line. maybe the smarter move here, the smarter play, is to shorten the path, make this a little thinner, and then just put little entry path type entryway segments in place. How do they feel about 5? Right, that's it. Good. Yeah. No, I'm fine with that. Right. Yes. Don't place any more. There you go. Right. Now I want to place a piece of path over here. I don't want it connected up to you though. Okay. I swear this game and its pathing tool were sent to test my very spirits. Right. Here we go. That's another one in. We'll just turn it off, I suppose. It feels like a slightly clumsy way of doing it, but whatever gets results. Right, there we are. Possibly. Right, now then, let's get the fat path, fat, length, additional, and then ply it up here and see if it all snaps together like it's happy. Although, by the look, just ease down. It's so eager to please. Frankly, back to paths. Let's delete that bit. There we are. Now then, if we head out from there. Again, I applaud your enthusiasm, but that's not exactly what I'm after. Oh, hold on. You can hold a button down and it doesn't snap. Right? Good. That's one thing we've done well there. Right, I'm going to leave that running over that way a bit because we'll want to use it later on. I don't want to lead myself off in this direction too far because we don't want to abandon Steggs' side of the park entirely, as much as it's a garish monstrosity. This is a team effort, and therefore the right thing to do is to make it so that we can all play happily together. That's closer to what I was after, but it's still not ideal. That's nice. We'll take that. So's that. There you go. That's the aesthetic I was after. I suppose it's because I'm on the corner, but that's not bad, right? And we'll stick some decorations and some bins and a bench or 3. Obviously, that means 3 bins as well in there, and that will spice it up nicely. But it'll also mean that there's plenty of queuing space there, which is good because I'm going to put another service type deal in pretty much next to it. And we'll do that now since we're in the vicinity. And what I'm thinking, Steggs is serving the rancid food district over there. So right here, what I want is something that we're going to be able to see has had an effect, and that's balloons, mate. That's what we're going to flog here. Bang some balloons in. Right. Okay. Let's just. I need to edit this building, please. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Thank you. Go back to my shops. Balloons. You had it. You just threw it away before you'd got it done properly. Subterranean's not exactly what I'm after. Turn it around. And down. A first floor balloon establishment. Oh, well, there's a thought. It's not actually what I've got in mind, but leave that one with me because there may be some legs to that idea. I want you to go this way. I want you to go. Don't add to the building. There you go. Don't auto stack neither. Just a little bit further back. Now, I'm pretty certain that I've got all of the necessary bits and pieces turned off that allows me to intersect this with the building. The only thing I can assume is that young Maestro Stegolas has interfered with things. Maybe if I stick it over there, right, and then we invite it to move. But it's still snapping to the grid. Still grid snapping. There is another way. Select grid. We'll select that one. There. Do that or some such. No. Grid, this one. Here. Right? That's the grid. Select that grid. And then we should be able to just plunk it in as some kind of neighbour and everybody will be happy. Right? Loony Balloons, move it. I like to move it, as you know. Oh, don't... Look, I appreciate that you're trying to just place it up against the wall, but that's not what I'm after. Look, see how this chap has managed to be intersected into the flipping building? That's what we're going for. All right, please hold. I'm gonna tinker with some menu options. Right, there we go. It's not exactly as I wanted it, but I've got to get to grips with the fine tuning of things around here. Anyway, it has been added to the primary establishment that is my entryway, and I'm going to keep tinkering with this bit for a while until I've got it exactly as I want it, and that will involve no small amount of faffing about. So I want to edit this. I want to edit the shop here. If we finish doing the building, this Loony Balloon. There we are. Right, we're going to give this a slightly more punchy name. Brace for crying children. Given that is inevitably what happens when the balloon goes wrong. I want to do something fun. I don't want to shop at Brace for Crying Children right now. Well, you don't get much more fun than an object that is, filled with a lighter-than-air gas that could go pop at any time. Anyway, right. I'm going to be quite generous and actually allow people the full selection of colours to play with, but I am going to charge them an extra 50 cents a throw for the privilege. Right, let's get the teacups back in. That's the next thing we want to achieve here. So if we fish it back up, where are you? Because I've been busy. So the teacups, we're going to park it out here a little bit more. And as we develop this park further, there will be greater nonsense, by which I mean scenery, that surrounds everything that we place. But that is going to lead to some redevelopment as we go. Right, let's plop you in there. Place the entrance in a minute. We're going to place the entrance in a minute. Not placing the entrance now. There we go. If we head over to my blueprints, you'll see, here's something I made a little earlier. Do you want to see how it was made? Stick around. This will take about 3 minutes. Okay, so we've got it in business. I basically create it in the test bed area, and then save it as a blueprint, which is by far and away the more efficient way to get this stuff done. I'm not 100% pleased with the overall design. I still need to get rid of these flags here, and something to do with this obelisk in the middle. Now, I've got some ideas regarding billboards for that, but we're not going to do that just yet. And also, these cheerful, happy bits of white railing. I mean, there's precious little I can do with that. But I think we have overall changed the look and feel of the thing here, and we've set it up so that people can get themselves if they've got big hair, we'll give that a bit of a trim for them along the way. So we'll call this the fiery hair salon, which is lovely. Now then, let's hook this up onto the show, and then we can get it running again. And of course, this will be treated like a brand new ride. So we'll get all of the benefits that confers, which is a good thing. Right, I'll stick that there. Place the exit. I want to fling them out somewhat near the balloon system, given half a chance. Right, path it. Give me my regular path here, and it's good. And it's got just ever such a slight ramp there as well, which makes people think it's even more of an adventure than it perhaps is. Now, in my previous episode where I built this thing in the first place, someone had suggested that actually my path that I was using to allow people onto the ride was not long enough, as it was not allowing enough people on to actually fill the ride in the first place. This was a good point, and certainly well taken on my part. So we'll do a little snaky queue here. Oh, that's an unconventional angle. There we go. To allow it to fill a little bit more readily. Also, I want to make sure that this part of the queue I can add a bypass gate for those who are prepared to pay what will surely be an extortionate rate to jump the queue. Anyway, right, that's good to go. Right, and then we should make it happen. We should, that's a pillar. Fiery hair salon. Now I've upped the tempo on the price because it's 230 prestigious. Queue scenery. You need more queue scenery. All right, I'll work on that. That's got 14 years until it's a classic. Oh, all right then. Let's open the show. There we go. Yep, put some litter around. Always a good place to start. Well, given that I've gone for this kind of slightly spooky, slightly knackered motif here, we'll continue that with the old queue scenery. Some derelict. That's the word that would have worked well there. So that's the word we'll use. Pull that way a bit and then whiz it over there, and we'll stick that in. Actually, I want a bit more usability out of the system before I get carried away. Give me my favourite bench, please. All other benches are inferior by comparison. There it is. It is robust, it is standard, but it is a good bench. And then I want a bin. I don't even need to tell you why. You've been here long enough to know the rules vis-a-vis benches and bins. Right, good. That's now set up. And the queuing system we got here is much, much better. That's splendid. And then, see, look, happy people sitting down, admiring the wasps, checking out these horrible-looking trees. Everything is wonderful. Right, let's get on the subject of creepy-looking trees. Let's bang some in. Just one or two. Stick a bit of a rotate on them, and people go, oh, that's an entirely different model. That's not the same one at all. There we are. It's nice. Yep, there we go. In fact, actually, with that one, if we just give that a bit of a move, stick there. we'll make it a bit shorter. See? And that way, people go, oh, it really is a completely different item of scenery, that one. There's no way that's the same one rotated and sunk a little. See, that's because I'm the cunning scenery placement wizard. That's what they call me. How much Dwayne Johnson should we stick in here? And he's gonna be the star of the show on a regular basis. I quite like that. Let's mask the whole bit. Yeah, just do that. There you go. Yeah. And when it's got a bit of angle snappage going on, and it's snapping to, hold on, you've look, you can't do this quickly, as I think we've demonstrated by the various time elapse buildings that I've done so far. This stuff takes time. If you're going to do it in any way halfway decent, and not just place a ring of rocks around the base of a tree and expect people to go, oh wow, you really are the scenery maestro. And you can go, well, thank you. Then you need to take a little bit more time over it. Now then, where's that nice creosote bush that I was monkeying with previously? Because a bit more of that would go in well. Creosote, thank you. No, that's too flamboyant. That one's more flamboyant still. However, if I sink that a bit, so you just get some twigs poking out. Perfect. On which note, that one's also a little bit. It's a bit much, isn't it? So if we just plunk it in the ground, then it will look a little bit better. Right, there we go. They can't argue too much about the scenery now because it has some. I'd probably billboard it up a little bit, and there's a lot I want to do with billboards, but we're not at that stage yet. Yeah, we've got, okay, that's a little better. Let's have a look and see if that's bumped the Q rating at all. If I can click on anything that isn't scenery. Come on. There we go. Right, Q rating is, I'm sure it was here. Maybe it isn't. Finances, 650. That might be a bit much. I bumped the price up over standard, and I'm not sure if people are going to dig that a lot. But, we'll see. Testing? No. Overview. Right. Fiery hair salon is so expensive. I'm not queuing that long to go on the fiery hair salon. That's not that much of a queue, dude. I mean, it's... Alright, okay. Well, if people are griping about the price, I'll drop it down, because if it's full up... Because they should come off here, properly buzzing, going like, did you see the amount of fire they threw at us there? I was quite staggered by the levels of flameness that came very close to my fantastic hairdo. Right, now, the observant among you will have noticed that pretty much the only thing that I've contributed towards the park in this episode is, other than a significant uprating in the overall appearance of the thing, is a balloon shop. And at the current time, I'm not seeing a vast number of people who are really taking that opportunity up. And my staff member has cleared off for another break. So let's get another ride in here, and then that'll something will happen. That's for sure. Now, what's this one then? The cube. What does that do? This is a new one on me. I've not seen this one before. Oh, it goes up and it flings you around and all of that. Pretty much like all the others. Well, if we've got the teacups here, we could make this the kiddies section. I've got no problem with that. What's aeronauts? Oh, that's cute. I like that. Of course, I then have to make the kiddies section look, how exciting. Oh, the Roctopus. Right. Yeah, we'll take the Cyclone. Because it is, as you know, the finest ride ever developed by anybody anywhere. And we'll keep it basic for now, because I need to think up some ideas as to how I may, in fact, I've got an idea already, but how I may improve it later to make it fit into some kind of overall scheme, some overall appeal, we're going to... yeah, we're going to want to decorate things up eventually. What have we got here? Width of 3 meters for the queue. Yeah, okay, I'm fine with that. Give it a little bit of length there, so that we can stick the. Hello, I've paid $20 extra to ride this, so that I don't have to hang around with the peasantry to wait for a go. Gonna go. Oh, that's very good of you, you rich individual. So we'll stick a wiggler on there as far as the queues are concerned, and then up here, this is going to be Mr. Cthulhu's, because that's what I'm going to come up with a Cthulhu design. You know what? It's just Mr. Cthulhu's. There we are. We'll upgrade the existing Rocktopus to be somewhat more awe-inspiring. We never stick with the default palette, obviously, because you know, we've got an imagination, and then to demonstrate just how big that imagination is, we're going to colour it all in black. Perfect. What I want there actually is a bit of purple. Give me something purplish, because that'll look pretty good. Right, the menacing purple underside of Mr. Cthulhu's many tentacles that he has sported. Yeah, that's quite nice. What have we got tune-wise? Rocktopus Rock. No. Let's go with Spooky Dark Ride. There you are. Now then, we'll charge a bit of cash for this. You can have $5.50 as well. Same price as the teacups. Open the ride. Smashing. Right, now then, once I've got a few people on that, that'll be grand. We'll continue to develop the exterior of the entry building, and I think the next the next time-lapse build that I'll do will be once I've got a full suite of buildings on here, and then I'll incorporate them further into the facade of this side of the building, which will be good. Anyway, right, that will wrap it up for today's action. You know what? We ought to ride on this, because I've not actually ridden it yet. From a while the ride's in motion, I want to see my scenery. So see if we fill it up. A bit more control over the design of the cups would be nice. You know, rather than, I mean, that's a dragon of some kind. What's on that one? Some flowers, nice. That's some bat wings, helpful. Look at that, no clipping through the bit in the middle. Perfect. Yeah, this is suitably menacing. Let's see how close we come to the fiery death flame. Oh, beautiful. The fiery death flame, of course, is only costing me money on a monthly basis, and it's actually relatively inexpensive, so that's good. This is quite a good ride. I don't mind this at all. It's probably quite relaxing. So yes, so still a bit more work to do on the decoration of this ride, but I think it already looks better than it did as far as having its own flavour. I'm getting quite dizzy. And then let's just go and poke our head into the rock stallion. Oh, it's underway. Let's get on. There we go. And here we are. So we've got lots of stuff to do here. I don't know where all those bubbles are coming from. But there it is. Thank you very much for watching today. I've been Colonel Failure. Stegs will be picking up the next leg. Well, I don't know what happened there. That was unexpected. Oh, flipping heck. How fast are we going? Well, now I'm going this way. All right. Oh, nope, wait. Ah, good. I was thinking that the ride might be over for a minute, and I was going to say, well, that's a bit of a jip. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Chuck a like at this one if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you have yet to do so, and maybe I'll let you get in the short, get to the front of the queue quickly queue. Thanks for watching. Catch up with you very soon. Cheerio.